Good morning, everyone. Jackie Broman here. Join Jackie Mondays at 10 a.m. So we go live. Most of the people in the team have a live event at least once a month. So you can catch them, and in the feed, we usually say what their topic is and when they're coming up. So watch out for those for the live videos. The live videos do all get saved then onto the page. So you can go to our videos tab on the Facebook page and see all those videos there. We have started putting them into categories as well. So hopefully that makes it easier to find, because it is quite a large library resource now. So if you or someone that you know and love has a legal problem, that's a really great resource to start with. One of my favourite topics today is appointing guardians for your children. This is one of the main reasons why I did further study and became accredited in the area of wills and estates. And for those of you who don't know the story, there was a particular case that I wasn't directly involved in, which I just thought should never happen ever again. And that's why I thought if we do better work at the estate planning point and better education to get people to understand the importance of it, then maybe this won't happen. And so at the time, I had a friend working for the Victorian DPP, and she was telling me that she had a sentencing coming up. So it had been about 18 months. This lady she was prosecuting had run a red light. So no drug or alcohol, just brain snap, ran a red light, mowed down this couple who were crossing the street, young couple who had come down from New South Wales to watch the AFL for the weekend. So they were on holiday. They'd left their young kids at home, no wills. So this young couple instantly dead. Of course, the woman's life who ran the red lights ruined as well, but you can just see that this horrible accident just happened out of the blue. Now, with the sentencing, there had been some victim impact statements done. So the young children of this couple had been in and out of family court multiple times in the last 18 months because the grandparents on either side of that family did not like each other, and they were fighting over who would care for the children and who would look after the money. Absolutely horrendous stuff for them, having just been orphaned, to now have to walk on eggshells between their respective grandparents, and not to be able to grieve. And I just can't imagine for those children what that is like. So how simple is it to do a will and appoint your guardians for your children? Even if you think you don't have much in your estate, and that may be the case when you're young and have young children. However, you have superannuation. Most industry funds have at least a couple of $100,000 as life insurance. You may have some equity in your home. So all these things are important. However, your kids' lives are also important. You may think that your family won't argue about this sort of stuff afterwards, but you don't know. It's really simple to do a will and appoint your guardians. Having godparents for your children is not a legal appointment. You need it in a will. You need to have who the executors are, who look after the money. You need at least 2 when you've got young children, because they're looking after funds that the children can't get until they're old enough. Then you need a guardian. I recommend you pick 1 primary guardian and 1 alternate, just in case the primary one can't do it. I do not recommend that you choose a couple to be appointed as a guardian. If there's a particular couple that you want to look after your kids, choose either the wife or the husband out of that couple to name. Don't choose both. You never know what's going to happen in that relationship. So if that relationship does break down, for example, 5 to 10 years after you pass away and they've got the kids, you've got a backup guardian there to take those kids if that couple can't continue. I also think you should look outside family. Sometimes family is the best. And yes, sometimes we feel like our family has more of a blood obligation to look after our children. However, if you have closer values to your friends and you live closer to friends than family, considering friends may be a better option, having those discussions with your friends. Because if you want your children brought up in a certain place, to go to a certain school, to be disciplined a certain way, to have pocket money and extracurricular activities and all sorts of things done in a certain way, whether you value certain volunteering, all these things, if your family isn't as aligned as your friends, then you should have those conversations with friends. The reason that you do have some life insurance in your super and there is some funds in the estate is that those funds can be used for the education and upbringing of your children. So your guardians aren't out of pocket. So understand that it's not necessarily a financial burden. They will probably find that it's an honor. So there you go. I hope that that gives some fuel to thought. If your children are now adults and they're starting to have kids, please share this video with them, tag their name in the comments, or send it privately to them via Messenger, or anyone else, in fact, that you think hasn't done a will to appoint guardians and might have a bit of a sticky family situation. Don't let them keep their head in the sand. Just get something down on paper. It doesn't have to be perfect. Just do it. And then it's not set in stone. You can always redo it. On that note, I hope you have a great week. Stay warm, stay dry, and I'll see you next week.